nsam dodo. Yɛde ɛyɛ tribe bi nkwa na atare party no as 8 million pe. Akamfo a no mo asantime mu. Nti wo de yɛngina akamfo no nko aso. Yɛka krobo yɛka kowfo, ekuapemfo, bonofo, fantefo, omo ka me say akamfo. Akamfo mo Ashanti region. Number 3.8 million. Yɛngina akamfo no nko aso. Now sa akamfo ni mu no yenya asantefo be 2 million say akamfo 3 million asantefo 2 million. Asantefo 2 million. 1.8 million no any na akamfo maka omoti asantime, which you know is not realistic. Now see the 2 million ni nyina kura asantefo a 2 million no asantefo sign na ye eligible to vote. It about 2 million, yenye 500,000 and yet people who are below 18 years, which is not realistic because it's more than that. Nanka 1.5 million people. That's 1.5 million people. No, Yanka say you were valid vote, people who can actually vote. Almost maybe 1.2 million. Some more 1.5 million in Akra near Kotwaba. Then 1.5 million. Do you want to tell me so? Obama MPP. Yenya rejected ballot. Yenya people who also want to go to Alan Chairman's party or vote for other things, or people who missed the voting. So you should not clearly say the Asante Kwana Modia affiliated party and then a good party. No. These are the reality here. In Tuba Ashanti region in Kwa, Gadang before come here almost 60,000. It's Gadang before F1 say, okay, the idea yes, you went to my MPP Bima. Do you know what is going to happen? Because Gadang Beniba could be a Kwa or the Asantini Baku Bedinich. Yawa ewe I wanna form Kwa 187,000. Into Yanka say, Obi to one or catch out, say JJ Rollins, Yakwasia, Wukunipa. I want to afford the Omunim Yansa and a Rollins. Now I want to form one santimum said that be a some way there. Yen to be cabin point Remensia. Yen to be cabin chair Edian, Bafuakuto, because you bua santamai, you bumensia. Now Obitina radio Sunni TV so say I want to afford JJ Rollins or the 1992 Constitution by no or Yakwasia, Wukunipa. Now I want to form one so estative Phyllis. We are being targeted. No, so etchi omuchiom. Do you know what's going to happen? Yako aya guan for me 53,000. Where Ashanti region in Kwa. Yako aya Gama omi 204,000. Yapa Mole Dagbani aya Dagomba for omi almost 700,000. It is out na radio so kase Sebio enta for there omi yankwasia for in sama Ashanti regional former Ashanti regional minister ne kan ye say enta for the dware omo ansa na mo ba Asantememu enta for akamba ne nasefo na enta for no kweli in no mka say yes for ho adwira. Do you know what is going to happen? The Ashanti region will break down. The NPP will collapse in a day. Now you see the technicalities, and I'm bringing this out because of Abrantana Samno Kano. Oh, in some no Kano or ya Santini Mapa. And the proudness in what he was saying, you know, Nina say, well, who light, you know, when we said that be Mama Yanga is sad, you know, Yanka no Cruncher, and this applies to other tribes. I don't take any tribe out of it, but the reason why we are always on Ashanti region, any MPP near Santafone say the party NPP, no, there are so many political parties in power in Ghana, but none of these parties are associated more with the tribe than the NPP. That is your problem. This or CPP or none of these parties, nobody has associated themselves or itself with a particular tribe. So the moment a party associates itself solely to a particular tribe, that party is bound to collapse. And you see, you might not see it now, but the politics understanding the dynamics. They are seeing the NPP disintegrate. And to put it back together is going to be tough. And then be a catch Ghana for the reason why in here MPP for the door and I say Asante for the door be a more MPP won't pay my say these are hard stuff Asante ni ban kanchiro and no credit. It is a Osha Grusi for almost 129,000. Mandi for 143,000. Other ethnic groups almost 90,000. These people are all in the Ashanti region. No, go and check. Majority of the people who donate to Otumfuo during Asante, they are coming from outside. But they all live in the Ashanti region. So we need to understand, we need to be able to separate a chieftaincy, clan, tribe from political party. The moment NPP gets to know that, the party will be attractive again. Then conscionable, reasonable people will lead the party. Because right now the party is being led by people who are daft. They cannot open the horizon to understand and say, we are in 2025 and it's not about a group, it's about a collective good of the nation. And that is what the NDC learned quickly from 2016. They were able to sit back to analyze the party to say, why have we created a gap between us and Ghanaians? They did not create a gap between themselves and tribes. They created a gap between NDC and the Ghanaians in 2014-15 because some people were not willing to help John Mahama, because the Jandam against John Mahama, it was tough. So when they went into opposition, they sat down and said, no, the party needs to go to the people. The people are supposed to decide for Ghanaians because the people are the party. So anything on who the People's Manifesto, John Mahama, Professor Nano Pokwa, they traveled around the nation, every part of the nation, and told the people, tell us what you want. And then almost about 2024, that is what you do. You align yourself with the people, you get comfortable with them, they get comfortable with you, they tell you their problems. In this, I will read the NDC for manifesto. Now read the MPP for manifesto in 2024, 2020. You could see a gap. There was a gap. The NDC manifesto was basically the people's problems. The MPP manifesto was basically pure politics, fancy words, because they did not understand. They could not align themselves. They were not able to let the party understand. They say the people are the ones we are going to work for. It is our numbers we are. Now your MPP in there. I was talking say my party no the party has collapsed. And Yankopon wo me if I me say me bra me gu party no ne enye no foforo. 42 years me gu no. You will never come to power. There's no way you people come close to power. And I tell you, until you people change your ways, until you people start to speak truth, until you people take you people separate yourself from tribe, you can never rule this nation again. Because Endameno can say we are Asante Memu, you inquire already 21-10, emu 7 and Asante 4. Ask yourself why. It has changed the dynamics. Yet to Chroma and MPP go we need seat to Volta region. MPP they campaign for 4 years, 8 years. Why? Because it was a shocker. Why? Because the reason why the MPP could not make inroads in Volta region, they say when they decided to, at the end of the 30,000 people, that is why people got pissed off. Because included them in the elections. The disrespect to some tribes, some groups. Let's get real here. Now, Shadia, a whole political party, a co-opposition, the biggest gap in the history of the world, 1.8 million. But candidate in 38%. Now, most of a reporter, also a civil partner. This is Sticker. Hear what he said about the report.
But MK, I then now conduct a report. Now, constituency will be was all contacted to report. Oh, look, what the bankruptcy is in fear access. We can. If you want to craft me, MP or Chikosia. I thought that I'm a Saturday in the park about 70 in the Gumi. So many say me bantama. Busobia or constituency.
But Chikosia will be.
Me may you know me see agents no any constituency for Busomo. A woman in the bedroom. Okay, you know the way I am. Me tell me how many nights, but me tell me. Honestly speaking, the main gate come fee for security reasons. Can you ask me come make come in sorry. Padlock Ukraine. Nimi fee. I can say I'm the only MP who be me fear. Padlock name gate. They come main gate. Obien wo betu maka sama basi kefie na ya matna efie na chi abonten China. Ko ba bi te Santase roundabout taxi rank so mu tie ni a. Ho ana mi ama fa ho. Ni am evolution. O enanye anya monye kakaka. Ko ba bi te Cindy's taxi rank. Ho ana ma fa ho enanye na ma che bia 50-50 ama drivers ni nya. Ko Santase market mi no ka say. Mama wo mo 100,000, 1 billion. Said you won't find me Ghanamuntu. And no crown, they say Ayaka. The movie be cranky. Omu movie call, me I to me to be at 10,000. Mufanya security, 100 million. Organ Namid call. At a Sumaso market, Ghana. Now, from 4 home, me and a queer gate to home in a move. When you are buying Siko Mati Football Club, Kumasi FC, a man she has one neck or share. Aqua High Diane, Omoba Cockot to my yes, you cried as a tool. At the car bed, the year, you more consistency. Every weekend, I make, yes, I do my need to coin, and I be yes, I cry, Womasia. In Tiasembe, Womokan. Obian contact him, Obian Samishi, Obian said, Bia, me executives enough from Shubesi from Ken. On himself,
all say, what Frey honorable team is about.
Yes.
A dear now catcher.
Mako ain't natural.
What's the say?
Oh, was so back to me, or to me for. It's immediately a problem. But all my yes, I can. Omo retract to apologize. Because I'm tro. So man, yeah, and you're quite fast to lose you as something will be a can you already. If this is what they want to do, and nobody should call me and stop me, you'll be anything will run. Politics, you know.
This is a typical MPP to you, or for you. Oh, they know why they lost in the Ashanti region. Omunim the mamu lose here, but omu di omachini se omajimi. They know. I say chairman sabo to better na sempa keka kankwa say onim no kura no ba odada omu. Because onim say nipa bi yaka to omu tirim say the party eyedie ya obonyo no. Enti ba omia Ekufuado or say chairman sabo nsu omu amaka Kennedy, they know. But the followers of the party no sa impeniform di edim nim so omajimi hweste candidate say woduro. Ya wo mafi wom a yede be yebunebunu. What if I say what to work? Inti or say Makocho report about say you lose election. Now Mokoya report, no, or Mokoya investigations, no, or Mokoya around the nation, no. This is what they found. Or say Chairman Sabu so better not Obi show so I can come kwasi asem. Sika said nobody was contacted. So when I'm in a cultural report, no, it means a group of people seeing the foolish masses, no, they created something and gave them a report. And let me tell you, you'll be shocked to know say Ochnanopa. In Kofoya, yeah, Kasapa say MPP for Busamu Yankwasi for they'll be sitting on radio defending them. For TikTok, Jimmy, they are just defending because yes, why Santiniba. Now, maybe I uneni Jimmy. I didn't mention my uneni Jimmy. Me Infantiniba, not Infantini Jimmy. Why should I sit there and say Infantini Jimmy Krampono? So I'm not going to do that. And these are things that we need to understand. It's a party, no? I know it's a party good, but people don't know it's a party good. They know there's no political party BM as MPP. The party is gone. And I am going to let it manifest physically in the eyes of Ghanaians. Any MPP for. I see the MPP people, they are like junkies. I say, I say, red. The party has no focus. The party has no direction. Because you see, the MPP as a political party, no, when you destabilize or dismantle Ashanti region, the party is gone. When you dismantle Ashanti region, the party is gone. Until the moment you are able to dismantle Ashanti region, there's no MPP. But the funny thing too is, I know MPP for what you say Ashanti region win your elections. It is not Ashanti region. When Ghanaians want to vote for them, everybody come together, we vote for them to win power. But in their head, you know, I'm vote in the Ashanti region. So the moment you destabilize the Ashanti region, part, you know, a jonkolize it. But nobody can tell me in Ghana today, say, when you destabilize the voter region, NDC, you can't say that. Let me tell you something. Ghana have political parties now. So tribe and also tribalistic and feel entitled. Our politics more. Now say NDC, a voter region, votarians, you know, in the NDC. And say everything there. Now say nobody should even try so be contested abroad on your votarian or NDC. But you see, the votarians, even though I'm going to say NDC, Even though I will need a far NDC what plan, edibesi ho. Even though I wanna for and a title no Sebio, Yakas Omuna join the NDC start here. But as we sit here, I wanna phone in the NDC, they understand the say it is through your hard work. It is through what you can do and your relevance. It is through you as a person, what you bring to the table. It is, see, they have not made the party about them. They have not made the party say, they don't do that because they believe, say, in a political party, people share ideas. Because Saul Shebupa and clear cut in Ghana, no, are very entitled in the NDC. Yeah. The opportunities are infantifonia or NDC, no, I want to phone any but I want to phone they are still there. And you know what? They believe in democracy and they believe in an organization where everybody should prove themselves to lead. So for a very long time, Utumi na or support Fantini to become a flag bearer. Utumi na or support Teni to become a flag bearer because they understand the say your work, your delivery, your commitment. That is what will put you where you have to be. But let's flip the coin. Let's just suppose the whole thing. Yanko Asantime Yanko MPP. What do you see? Entitlement. Yenimsana po Jimmy. Yenimsana po Nimunyansa. Yenimsana po Yakwasi Ampenyi. Yes, still Yanya running mate. They told the party, so when you running mate in Franuna Memua Yentiasie and Asantime, it is clearly showing, sir, party no, it's not a party that can be a party inclusive or be able to join. No. Napo Jimmy, Yetumufo, Yasi Antiasia, Yepenapo, Adentira, Yaso Fra Himfie. Yasi Otufo, or Yadishie Napo, into Napo Yakwasiakra, Yamfanemra. The moment Napo joined the MPP campaign, he collapsed it. And this is the reality. These are facts. I am not making anything up. That is why millions of Ghanaians watch me every night because they know, Sir Kevin, when I sit here, it's not being selective against anybody. It's being truthful on the issues. Into the NPP you see on the surface, a collapse. I know what I'm telling you. And we are not supposed to allow anybody the room to bring this MPP back because this particular party is not a party for the people. It's a party for a few who feel entitled. Into video now who say Abrantiania Santini Okasa Sano, a new wave is blowing through Ghana. And a time will come, you will not even be able to say where Santini and now where Amunini or politics. You will see Amuniti TV so or Mawati say he is speaking or she is speaking for the NPP seriously because the issues are what people will be looking at. At a point, you will see Asantini speaking on issues for a political party you never ever thought to say, or but not TV so defend it. This is where we are. Into young boys no more Germany, Asantifon Kwarano, any UK, I'm more or TikTok no. When they are coming to Ghana, they are not comfortable coming to Kumasi. I'm telling you. When they are coming to Ghana, they are not comfortable. Because when they come to Kumasi, their vibe is very low. And the San Kwarano, if you tell them today, between the MPP and NDC, they'll choose the NDC because I didn't know who won Krano or Pebi Kumasi. And until the NPP gets to that point, that realization, the party is gone. And Yami Bomi, Samembrana Guno, Namima, we are saying you a sad pathway and yet. 42 years and over, you have to stay in opposition, stay away from power. Say Eba Ahinia, we give it to you. Nobody has a problem with Ahinia. But when it comes to governing, protecting this country, building this nation democratically, electing leaders, political parties leading us, the NPP can never be underestimated because it's a party that is not for everybody. It's a party that is for a few. I'll be back to continue the show.
The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjir. The nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from. It's something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past.
Live on Loud Talents TV. Show we Obianim say is the best show in Ghana because in Yabu training chichen semu Emma Ghana for ehu eye no kreno. Now let me show you this. Show now they are starting on yedi jinem yedudum. Now before I start the show proper, remember this boy is a criminal. His name is Williams Anefi Sapo. Ma catch the Ghana for me. I'm not going to stop. Boy, we share the baby or a crumb for. Do not allow him close to you. Or a crumb for or the John Mahamadin Bokrono. I catch and say Umbra Facebook for 10 seconds. No one say or see gold, D&D or a refinery be or baby or the Dubai phobia Arabian CB. On fire John Mahamadin Kodada Omo Enko se or the real musika on mechanic keke. On mechano Facebook 10 seconds video. Say me Anefi Sapon. Me ye meeting me about John Mahamadin wo mubiem. Da say John Mahama ya madamfo. Na nipa bi fa sika mame na me be oil refine a gold refinery. Na John Mahama ebe boama sikaba. 10 seconds. Oh, we are the same video no another 10 seconds. On country Ghana for say or your doctor, not for the certification entry. That's all. 2 things. So Sakwasi and pay you way to Anya now. I will make sure I follow him till he dies. Ne mame, eye krom 4, ne papa so ye krom 4. Ne papa nie, papa no enso eye wi. Abrante edwuma odi nyina ne papa nim hu bi. If we say since some static as abrante we embra. Na ombe den, na ombe kanche Ghana for so onye krom 4 or ye doctor. Na the certificate nie, onfa Mahamadin. Papa we nim se oka kro no hu nti onka nche ne ba ne se onye. Papa we aka che ne ba ne se mama ne nye. Because se ne ba ne be ya ono papa no obeko jail. Ne papa nie oyewi ono so ye kromfo. Ne maame enie. Asori bia obehu maame wom bia no mombo no ho oye kromfo ba. Ne ba ne ye kromfo. Asori bia okomo kan se na eno obai onye video ikeke no kan kire Ghana for se onfa Mahamadin koji sike bia. Onfa Mahamadin kodada abrofu bia. Ena osaye doctor. Eno ade na on kan kire oban man ye because maame we ye kromfo one ne ba ne bokro no. Maka kire mo. Williams Anefi Sapon is a criminal. The hospital said he Spintex Clinic. No, he has murdered 3 people there. And I've warned the man who rented that building to him to shut it down. I have warned the man who rented that building to him to shut that building down onto him free building him because 3 people have been murdered in that clinic. This is his siblings. Ninya Bema and Ninya Bani. These 2 kids are enjoying from this guy's booty. They know a Juma Omobraye. Omobra describe Achiromo. Omunyas Omusia. They are doing fraud. These are his people. Why would him know baby? I'm can't say Kevin Taylor say Mobra Omra. Don't find the certificate to make sure so a doctor. Now some country we are saying on John Mahamadin and Kobo Chrono on continental good business deal be a moi. One country and for so the John Mahama or picture into almost Sikanamano, na John Mahama and Eji Sikano. Boy, we or your friend Williams and Nefi Sapon. Into I am not done. Every single day, my production will carry this news. Every single day until this boy comes to say, on fire John Mahamadin and yes, sir, not ordinary certificate as a doctor. So I betray. Okay, so court, na me train. There were about 6 lawyers in Ghana waiting. 6 waiting into court now. So our him court no, sa law firm no, I am still waiting for them to serve me. Now, Mama Yanko tie Endra any twa betting tax in Ghana for Saturday.
Hey, as a man on go form okay. And Ania Manchester match Okoboya Minya Bikadi. Mika Miska or Mufon is one match me. Now, as a man on Mujamo, I know if you say I'm Kola Ghana, I am Kola. Near Koso Kromia, you get a phone, you get a what's a year. Me say betting tax, we are more than 5 good times in club. Maybe Manchester, maybe Liverpool, maybe Real Madrid, maybe Chelsea. Nina yatimi. Nina government on tea. It may also some sume. Into Ujana, you bet you forget and say betty, then you corona pass out that one. Sanya Manya went on my to a beditian, Mungusa, Babusa to a betiamda.
This thing is what I'm surprised of for the minority to come and say that they never implemented the betting tax. But I have friends say, no, I don't take bets. I have friends here who have shown me their slip that they've won and the money has been deducted. So who is taking that money? I think this government should find out, do a thorough investigation and find out and brought those people to book. Because it's strange that the whole government then, with a finance minister of such intelligence, will come and tell us they never implement the betting tax, but yet people, monies are being deducted when they won. And this is more criminal than what we are hearing from even the ghost names. This is more dangerous and serious. The opposition, if they knew what they have said, I think they have to come back again. You sit down for somebody, an individual, to be deducting people's money without government knowing it. This country, it's very bad. It's very, very bad. MPP, if they don't take it, they will be in opposition for long. Because the youth will be asking, those that their money has been taken will be asking, if you said you did not implement it, then who is taking the money? There are evidence that people's taxes have been deducted. So who was then taking the money? Where?
It's a lie, because they actually did. I have friends who were betting, and then whenever they win and they are taking their money, they do complain that their money has been taken. So it's a lie. I mean, they implemented it and it was working.
They implemented it. Go and ask Miracle, this guy, the MPP communicator. What is his name? Miracle Abwaji. Yes. He said that they implemented it. So
who don't know? Even a child born yesterday know there is betting tax in Ghana. This one is unnecessary.
But is there a way they bring that taxes? So why he said that he never implement anything? He know everything. He can't say that.
Maybe I'm a catcher MP before say, "Mojo say Ghana for Jimmy on." Mojo say Ghana for Yankwasia for. You people have no idea. The ordinary Ghanaian now who is with Jimmy no. Obekeke MPP out of power for 50 years. Now, there's one thing I keep telling Ghana for any MPP for. SAR 442 formation I'm born from 1992. Bobo against JJ Rawlings. Bobo Yadibesi Atamel so Edibo Mahama. SAR 442 no enye juma biemu. The boys now almost take bet. Almost soccer bet. They know say you were taking their money. And they are not stupid. Obi did 3,000. Now we get 300 Ghana. So for you to even come out, Adams to say we never took betting tax. Right now, they are trying to explain to us what kind of bet and what kind of bet that was taken and which kind of bet and what it stands for and whether it is singular or plural or whether it is a consonant or an adjective. They want to know whether the bet, the finance minister Kaya, it is a single pronounced verb or a singular simple passive. Madam Enyen, come and help me here. My English teacher, that's her name. Madam Enyen. Madam Enyen, yeah, that's her name. Right now, the MPP, I'm a some chair say betting tax and your kinds of betting tax. And I keep telling these people. Says someone Ghana for some you people are never coming back to power because until you realize say you can never win their trust. And it's make Ghana for say the fulfillment of promise that John Mahama are fulfilling. So Ghana will be like Malaysia. Ghana will be like United States. Ghana will be like Eta. Or the tier Ghana for her. You see, today I saw this. John Dramani Mahama made a statement today from the Jubilee House. Martin said today, and a year deputy ministers, most of them, Mahama basically endorsed them. Now, John Mahama made a statement today at the Jubilee House, or say, some of you who are rushing for positions, you are also covered by the asset declaration rule. President Mahama has directed the Chief of Staff to ensure that all CEOs and deputy CEOs of government departments and agencies declare their assets immediately. John Mahama said, Chief of Staff Washanemra say CEOs, deputy CEOs, agencies na omodida abanjuma no nyina no I will say obia declare the assets. Let's go listen to the President of the Republic of Ghana.
Let me also remind that the requirement to declare assets also includes all those who have been appointed as CEOs and deputy CEOs in government departments and agencies. Some of those people think they are not included. The amended law included all of them. So those who are rushing for position, you are covered by the assets declaration rule. And so they should declare their assets as quickly as possible. I've asked the Chief of Staff to write to all such persons to declare their assets promptly with the Auditor General's office. The sacrifices I ask you to make are to secure a prosperous future for posterity. And you must never sacrifice a secure future for the pleasures of this fleeting moment. The task of resetting and building the Ghana we want is enormous. However, experience has shown that the enormity of the challenge of governance does not demand an elephant-sized government, but rather it demands effective leadership.
So, President Mahama Ekasandeno say, asset declaration or manaba form, senebeya omom form krampona. Public servants, majority, and they want to be CEOs, deputy CEOs, agencies, government agencies, will be declaring assets. Now, John Mahama is doing something. He's resetting this country. He's trying to make the people believe in the system again. Because you see, under the NPP, under Ekow and it's we lost their confidence in the system. We all gave up. And then our Baptist and focus say NDC and NPP politicians are the same. John Mahama is trying to rewrite history by making things right. He's resetting the country for we the citizenry. Sebio ya de yentuminko Jubilee House, yentuminko Jina TV so no. We will start to believe in the system. And if a government, if a president, if a political party shows these kinds of signs from the beginning of their governance, na say we are Ghanani, na what witnessing governance. Na uhu sade we are, you need to be ready to help that government stay for long. Because enya kurano, this government, if whatever they are doing, they are able to achieve 60 to 70% of it, Ghana will be a better place. Yes. Enya kurano, what John Mahama is doing now, if they are able to achieve 60 to 70% of all the things he's trying to do now, resetting the system, declaration of assets, making sure the system is clean, making sure corruption is being fought in the right way, we as Ghanaians, our problems will be solved and that we will be on the right path. And anytime we catch Ghana for say, where we are now, we are not supposed to derail, retrogress, go back and be like, oh, and the moment we do that, all that we are building now that we see the signs to say, they are positive signs, it will be destroyed. Because you see, the NPP as a political party in opposition, even still in opposition, they are lying. Still in opposition, they are lying. They have never respected you people. They still don't respect you people in opposition because the foolish masses are so let us be very cautious. I will never sit on this platform and say, when the NDC goes wrong, I wouldn't speak on it. I will. When John Mahama takes decisions that I don't like, I will speak on it. Especially like somebody like the CID boss. She needs to be sacked. Why is she there? There are some people who are supposed to be sacked. Why is the CID boss still at post? She needs to be sacked. Until there are so many things that people like us, we are waiting to see the government will take decisions. Friday, we will see the fate of IGP Dampare. So we all need to understand. Say, if you are building a nation, you don't rush. You take your time and you make the right decisions at the right time. You take your time, make the right decisions at the right time. Because so every day you get liars coming and do misleading the people. Because for the past 8 years, we have been misled by these piglets from MPP for 8 good years. These people did not build one hospital. They could not build one university. They could not basically add anything to our nation. Today, she cared the whole. But in this short period, you see what John Mahama and the NPP, NDC are doing? They are changing, they are calibrating, they are changing the system, they are fixing things. We need to allow them to keep fixing. They are going to make mistakes, but we need to support them, because until we do that, they losing focus, we are done. Now, see, this is one appointment I am very proud of. And I want to say on record, when I saw this appointment, Brigadier General Maxwell Obuba Mante appointed the Director General of the Narcotic Control Commission. The Narcotic Control Commission was one commission I was always on when the NDC were in opposition. I had always said, until you get the right people to lead the Narcotic Commission, we are always going to have the influx of criminals and drugs into the system. At a point, Ghana as a nation, we were basically the transit point for narcotics. When they moved Obi to say, Mr. Ade, Ekow, narcotic control, he went to GRE. This old man went there for money. At a point, I did a scandal whereby $200,000, 200 kilos of raw cocaine was seized. I was on narcotic control. So where are those things? Nobody spoke. And I was campaigning and saying, we need people who understand these kind of things to manage it. We need people with experience. We need people who can understand the dynamics. Because you need somebody who can think of how a Navy officer thinks. He can also think how an immigration officer thinks. He can also think how a police officer thinks. That person can look at all these things and be like, okay, this is what we need to do. You need people who have experience. Now, when I heard the appointment of this man, I took my time, said, we could read about him. And you see, we have a lot of good people, experienced people, dedicated people who have served this nation, and we kept them on the sidelines because politics essay growing. Now this man, under narcotic control, you will see the changes. You will see how disciplined and how structured the Narcotic Control Board Commission will be. I took my time, I studied, I read about this man. I was surprised. I realized that John Mahama just doesn't make appointment. He takes his time to get the right people at the right places. And I would like to applaud the president for this decision. Because you see, these are people with ranks in the army that no foolish person can just look at their face and speak anyhow. Because you look at his background, you look at what he knows, you look at his experience. So you as a small officer or whoever you are, you cannot just look at this man and say, I'm just throwing my weight around. You can't, because he's coming with a lot and vast experience, and he's here to protect his integrity. Such people have been in the army for years. They want to, at the end of the day, retire in dignity. They want to go home with something. They are not going to use this to swell all the hard work they have been able to do in the army. This is a general. This is not a political stooge. This is not some criminal, a politician thinks to say, so this is a general who has been working. This is a general who has been sacrificing patriotism while ye be to get here, and he will make sure he protects this nation. And this is what I want politicians to understand. Put the right people at the right place. This is one of the best appointments I've heard from John Mahama. And I took my time, go and read the background of this man. You will understand that now Ghana is resetting. We are getting right people to manage the country. Because you need people with intelligence and experience. And this, I will applaud the president. And my message to this man is that the patriotism of the serve Ghana military, it might go through the ranks to get to this point. I believe and I know, and from what I have read, he is basically going to make sure he walks out as a hero. And whether it is going to be for 4 years, it's going to be for 8 years, for 15 years, he needs to leave a mark. And I believe, and because of the experience these people have and the commitment, Master, for somebody to serve in the army to become a general, a patriotism, because at the point also go jai. But when people sacrifice, and these are the kind of people we need. So I applaud the president for this decision. The Narcotic Commission is a very sensitive place that we need people who understand who have some kind of credibility, and this man has passed all the tests, and I believe that he's going to make some changes. He's going to bring some change to the Narcotic Commission, and Ghana as a nation, the resetting for 42 years, we know, sir, from the things we are seeing, any of these kind of things, we are all in the right hands. Thank you. Now, look at this. Day after the budget was read, maybe some show I could enter MP before Ghana for. MP before who Ghana for some young Kwasia for. Let me show you why. Which one is this? Mr. S, forget this one. Pele the one about the move. Forget Pele, Mr. S. Oh, no, it wasn't coming from you, Mr. S. Yes, so thank you very much, team. My team wanted me to show you this. As I was talking about the general, when I was talking about this general, my team just sent me something to show to you. Under Ekow and the MPP. The reason why I'm saying people like these, they are asset to the nation. When the MPP, they were in power, these are some of the things. Ghana identified as transit country for drug trafficking, British High Commission. Until you see, and this was in 2022. Because the people who were at the Narcotic Control Commission, they were criminals. They were just opening the doors for drug addicts, drug peddlers, drug cartels to just bring drugs into this country. We became a transit point, and the British High Commission, I'm going to release that statement, Anytime I catch you say, the appointment by John Mahama, by putting this man there, Mr. Mante, General Manteno, John Mahama has made the best decision. He has made the best decision for this country. And then I made mouth. But I wanted you to know, say, the facts are there. I didn't just say it, but there were facts that was supporting what I was saying. Because this platform, we don't want anyone to think, say, I can't say me, so all the things I was saying, there was a reason. Anytime I'm person the reason at show. Right now, from 2022, British High Commission Krakache said Ghana is a transit point for the drugs, narcotics. We need men like these. And they, I believe, from what I have read and what I am reading now, his background and his integrity and credibility in the army as a general, we are in safe hands. And we know our borders will be safe. Our system will be safe. Young men today, drugs, Ghana. And we need people like these who have strong hands to take firm decisions to stop that drug addiction. There are a lot of drugs that are coming into this country that needs to be stopped. And I believe that men like these can do this job. Now, my mention, the reason why it's here MP before Ghana for. Ghana for say for. Now, the former finance minister, deputy finance minister, Mamiwe Mokaino. This is the woman now, Okoye. Merry-go-round as a train bima nebus nikrom for as a deputy finance minister. Oh, Mr. Get me that video. Also, Koye loco be na okoti side the chroma him for better mu ana omote merry-go-round bi no mami we. Sagel we. On na deputy kenoforiata mami we wie sika. We ntumi ndia ma ne komo anhye. We wie Ghana sika nyina sela hu na isa kokoba tan. Okasa I say yedi moka wo de tiko. We Ghana sika nyina ni komu nkasa I say akokoba tan. Or sign kwase contracts or we sika or see we expected them to show some level of clear funding for Agenda 111. Ye budget na ye kan wie no or see on tiasie adenti na NDC for amfa sika entwa sika o budget ma de kwakosi Agenda 111 mumie ntie eye akokoba tan.
And the MPP has been vindicated. Let us wait for the numbers again from the IMF in April 2025, and clearly you see that we will be vindicated once again. I believe that they have lost touch with the people. They haven't been truthful to the people. And clearly, one other thing that I saw missing, totally, was a plan to fund the Agenda 111. These are investments that government use public funding. So you cannot tell us that you are not going to fund it, you are going to leave it in that state that it is. Otherwise, when you do that, you'll be causing financial loss, to the states. We expected them to show some level of clear funding for the Agenda 111. We did not see that. So people who have these uncompleted buildings and constituencies that have these uncompleted hospitals in their constituency, how do you think they will feel? Are they not part of Ghanaians? So we expected to see some level of progress in that. We are not saying complete all in one financial year, but then there should be a plan to complete it in their term of office. We did not see that. So, I mean, this budget, I am sure their base will be disappointed. A lot of Ghanaians will be disappointed. And those who voted for them for the first time will realize that...
See some cheap politics be all here. Can you check cheap politics be all here? We come on Kasenka says or the Tobri Bank for Gaetano. And I would you for that take the Kwasia some Ghana. Who come to Krotokro was a quine. Edia Sana, I will go back and came. Osia on Tiasia, I was Senka, budget near Kayano. Adena, Jamaham and Jessica, Yadibe see Agenda 111, a Buatoriwa. If you are telling us to say Agenda 111 Wednesday. Now, Agenda 111 be seen with Simna Mokasa Mubayeno. Now, when you say Nesikan now, and I'm Mubayeno, we are moi. You are foolish people. Mama politics, are your time. You and who are disappointed. Bisu Okomu Kasenka says, I'm your contact highway. It's a day. Intinanka moya Agenda 111 na musi yeno. Na musi yeno. Dear Sikana Mudisi. Now we are deputy finance minister. So there was no money sitting there. Because if there was money sitting there, you should have completed Agenda 111. Boom. A BLM Kajo was MPP for we omwe Jimmy. And you see, sometimes you don't have to blame them. You don't have to blame them because John Mahama about power, the first thing he said was that his government is not going to start any new project. And now what they are going to do is that they are going to make sure say a project there was a partnership from outside, and the complete, they will find partnership and complete. There was a so etwasono, they will find money and continue. Because Sika sa about time akokoba time we mu edino. There is no need for us to leave a project that are existing. Project that existed before Kwasiafo we about power a MP before. Because before the MPP came to power, there were projects under free SHS, e-blocks are yes Kraboso. They were supposed to just paint it in Kwasiafo. Ghana. They said no. And Kwasiafo about power. John Mahama to me see free SHS so majority of them, they were schools kids could enter and study. They were just supposed to open it. About time we about time we on the MPP forecast said no, Omumbie Adaya, ye bia John Mahama budget credit. But John Mahama about power no, what can on several occasions to say he wants, or the government of Ghana wants to continue Agenda 111 because in Kwasiafo Tisemo you could not complete one. Sa obata we kasa de komun kasenka say beifu free Japan no na nkoso ka che Ghana for say ye de Agenda 111 ne buy no ene esi edu nson ene esi 30. Why you draw smu insuo abegina be ka kire say I you are disappointed and want to say o we ge said your open poboa e was Uzbekistan. Kwasiafo mo power wo as a deputy finance minister ade a wo ko ukuro mu nie wo.
When you are honorable Abra say asare the niswadi hu ne daye so ana amaye hu ne ehu honorable Abra say asare ne daye so ne niswadi hu no no that pepe we aye bia na kire ono ana otinti ya na ohwehwe ya na ko se baby but ya nka for Germany tapa de for Germany kumasi for Germany and you mean pressure for so mama Germany there's something you got to do honorable Mammy, shut out. Shut out. Shut out. Why are dear? Why do you say? Maybe I have a cassette. Mean cassette that honorable or Bantampa Nakuma. Just say, send me a near my corner. We are sending near my corner. One say no for now. You need something to entertain yourself. You need something to release stress. Who said?
Oh, you know what? Na Pantine, as a deputy finance minister. Why you come and say the other dadwa? Nkom ka say they don't that do abebo dance so. Abegina and we don't understand and agenda 111 and they don't know funding and hey, shut up. Upon time say open up. What you say Jimmy Ohu? What you say Yankwasiafo Ohu? What you say yeti Ghana no? Ye nyina Yankwasiafo te say chema untumi. Udi finance minister of Ghana and I could try well that Okofa well that for be no try to run out nananom kotinem. Adia udu ko ukrom nam de akire wo no. Adia utumi di ko ukrom as a deputy finance minister and I'm the akire no. Kwasiato obegina say they need funding. Yango first can free him. Yango yes no ukom. Yemeye gala wo ukom tokro ne yanko pesika besi agenda 111. Ukom tokro no enu mu ne yemeye gala ne yemeyi sika efa nkosi agenda 111. Who just come to war? Wa pantan se moku abegyira ho and we don't understand and hey can you never bring phone because na ndwene ho some nkwasi ade we mo yesa nipa nka bibia nkyere mo you go can say what did you about them now what men can do women can do ye did me matter me ni matter emwa and then they say what men can do women can do now if men can do it and women can do it oba jimi am ndi natem mo boboda won na nkwasi ade no mrete wo the last time I make a girl here why say backpack a give to your worry why say Nike backpack kwasi abasa na Ghana ye dinner time ye nchini ntuma mosomo ntiase mosidi you have not heard that before inti anya day boy nkwasi afo. What men can do if women can do, when women fool we need to insult them the way we insult men. Me I respect women who respect themselves. Oyo ba na onya kromfo na o sebio umbunipa na umbunipa se di page me I will respect you. Na oyo ba na o politics na wa adwene o say nipa yankwasiafo a na oyo ba ntimi dia chew obodam ye de kokosi wa wo de otiko nanom enya wa no na ode nom. Me I don't discriminate when it comes to gender. Masa I believe say adia bema betuma aye no oba betuma aye. Enti the same responsibility bema wo no and the same responsibility na oba wo. And that is what I believe in. Ejuma oba be ye no bema betuma aye, ejuma bema betuma aye no oba betuma aye. Enti men fan hye wutrim say enne de we your oba na oba di nkwasi asema na etete ho. Bema di kwasi asem de yenka. No, we your oba na wajimi a na o say kwasi e be so kwasi a. And this statement from this Egyptian camel the question here is, did you leave any money? Very dirty people, very dirty people like you. The moment I'm start respecting Ghana for intelligence, Ghana for best start boom. Jimmy, who just came to offer agenda 111. 111 hospitals. Go and listen to John Mahama. This is what John Mahama said. Even today, when John Mahama met a foreign dignitaries, he made it clear. Or see, a bino foreign partnership to complete Agenda 111. Because Nkwasiafo from MPP, led by a foolish idiot like Ekow and the Baumia comedian, and the stupid group calling themselves Asunomano, they did not leave a dime for the so-called Agenda 111 hospitals. And what John Mahama is doing right now is that he is trying to get some partnership. He wants public-private partnership so that hospitals say among for hospitals in 20 no because running hospitals for 10 years I will agree. Kwasiafo munyoma batema na mukoyi na muni agina mutwa selfies da sign up John Mahama here no. John Mahama made sure somebody brought their money to build the port, and then later the person has to work, take their money out and give us our port. And I'm telling the government of this country, the Agenda 111 project, Munya investors, don't worry yourself. When we get investors, private investors who are willing to spend to build the Agenda 111 hospital, let them do it. Let us sit with them, have a deal, let them run the hospital for how long they want to run it for, take their money out, and then we take our hospital back as our property. That's it. This is what John Mahama said.
Yesterday in the budget, the minister mentioned the Ghana Labor Export Program, and that is going to set up centers of excellence in raising the skill of Ghanaian youth to international standards so that they can work anywhere in the world. And based on agreements we'll sign with different governments, we can send electricians, welders, engineers, civil engineers, masons, carpenters, people with a very high skill, we can send them out to go and work on fixed contracts and come back. We discussed it with the IMO when I was in Munich at the Munich Security Conference. We met the international IOM, International Office for Migration, and they are bringing some technical expertise to work with us in setting up that program. We want to stop young people, unskilled, trying to cross the Sahara, the Mediterranean to try and reach Europe. If they know there's a legal way in which they can go, have skills, go and work and be able to earn some money, come and invest back at home, I think that it will be a better means of doing that than what is happening currently. With regards to healthcare, would like to see what the cooperation is. We do have a problem with our hospital facilities. The previous government started a huge project in healthcare, building more than 100 hospitals, and somehow we're stuck because they spent a lot of money and not been able to operationalize any of them. And so we're looking to see if we can have some cooperation with the private sector or any entrepreneurs that are into hospital management to finish those hospitals and manage them over a period of time in collaboration with the Ghana Health Service. And so that's an area that is open to.
So Joe Mahama met investors and he's telling them, we have a problem because the government before, they left a huge project that they did not fund. And when we are saying the government before, we are talking about this Amani and Tukru that come. You fools left a big, huge project that you could not find money to fund. What's around pa? What the aye? So clean a whole to Aquashe, Vietnam for Wigibi, Echi aye, Mozambique for makeup, Abijina Kwashe, aye, Pakistan for glasses. Abijina say, we don't understand, and the funding I go away. You met to come to say, aye, Amancia West for Galamsey site. Near me, you can go agenda 111. Ukomu tokro say Amancia West for Galamsey site. And when you met to Sikamba Mkoya agenda 111. Listen to what the president is saying. Foolish girl. Yamao to me 8 years. In Kwasiadia or the co cromny. In Kwasiadia or the co cromny.
When you are honorable Abra say, Asari, the Miss Wadi who the die so. And I'm my honorable Abra say, Asari. And the die so ne, the Miss Wadi who. I don't know. Where are you behind a trail? On one or Titi and Shusha and the baby. But you are in Germany, Papa for Germany, Kumasi for Germany, and you're in Petra for some Mama Germany. There's something you can be
Honorable Mammy, sit out. Sit out. Sit out. Why are you? Why do you say? Because
you're someone who and when people for Mudino Ghana. Because you're someone who have my dear Bako. Look at this too. Try there. Akwawe, time and about Mia vice president. One and I advise about Mia. A friend of Gideon Kwaku. We are Sikako Parliament. So Akwawe, a bank sign, and you do Bank of Ghana. No, Akko Bank of Ghana, who I catch them so Sromo. Mama Mon transfer in Kwasiasa. Oh, Oko Bank of Ghana catch them so Sromo. Ne yire no, I was saying yire tena kra. Kwasia, na omo good system no mo yedwuma Bank of Ghana, omo ye moa. O yire kwasia pay no Bank of Ghana no. Ono ochen obi na omo te eye sefia tontombra eye dwuma government of Ghana, Bank of Ghana no. These are the foolish people we have been entertaining in Ghana. Now muntie kwasia semi no ono so be kan o TV so ne. MPP for say e mo chance mo ba pa obi ma na yeso eye moa. These are people we are not even supposed to entertain. You want more TV so na nke hwedun so gu omo so ne apam omo. You want man you hwedun so gu omo ne apam omo. Omo you see a jimia to the point to say even in opposition these fools are still lying to Ghanaians. Now Tieno, listen to this guy. Ba omyankwa siade obey nyina we na ne tunufo. Ojina also say ye say oh yeah yes ade we ya oh yeah kwasia we na national chief Mr. President it's okay. Yeah, you can do it. Ba omyan jimi o TV so Daddy Boabeno, Daddy Boabeno, Daddy Boabeno, first year, Mame, when Nimyansa catch yourself, boss, this is not working. When an eba umia advisor, it's about umia Jimino, no man fans. Or son and the two as sources on Fifria, or course, and daddy change boxes, no. Eh, Agama, change boxes, no. Baomia took one almost some boxes, a good bag, Gmadea, or Kasama the 12 into a ria, or the handkerchief fan and we are near assistant boxes, a mano. But champagne and a two Baomiafu. And 3 months for paper composition of Wunyan Sacha in Ghana, a Buatorua, Munkotieno. Listen to the nonsense this idiot was saying.
Okay, if I say so. Ghana ni ben obetima page and sa kase we tuya tobia e fe the emissions levy sa to no keno forata wan charge Ghana ni bia
but when is a bia different sector bia emission levy no is it on fuel
just bibia saying toss bia ni wa ya charge Ghana ni bia e fe the emissions levy
really don't
aban edemra e call parliament Sir opese ojeto bi a friend of emissions levy pacho utemi
me tepa
and now Obekaya Vice President Baumia starting the rounds no o can say or no emissions levy no say aban ekoso eje na obeye o mampanyi na obeye afio ani na ani he and a finance minister casto so ade na ode ekoye no gra no onyanji bio ti efi obesi nne Ghana ni bia ni ho a obetima pagya ne nsa akosoro aka se matua to bia ye friend emissions levy
I mean sure adikurienti ankofo yo magimi I mean sure they be amekache Ghana for say when you people start to see timidity obi a timid okasa mesrel as intelligence and humility your problem ba kwa Ghana no otie ni kasa no o say time no more power no Abine, that means abine introduce emission tax, smoke, in which tax no. Now abine introduce no, tio. And now JC about parliament be pass no. Before abine introduce a tax component and not tax no, they are doing one cabinet. It is August buying introducing smoke tax no. One, what admit to say, or no now buying a MPP buy no, and the coffers smoke tax in the buy and your NDC and your Ghana for a or no now buying no cabinet and on the boss by Umiatimuno, Omono Kofa de in the buy smoke tax in the buy. Nah, Omokofa smoke tax in the buy we na almost started say or more charge no, and about Umia started say all born in Tuano. Ono ba omia no oka cabinet na omo introduce tax no ba omia start ka say ono de ye yin the president obetwam meaning they were collecting the smoke tax the emission tax but because ba omia started saying that no and omugya ye enti omo nje tax hwekwase adwene na me ne wote ha no na enimi bi the smoke tax it was cabinet that went to a meeting and said, let's introduce this. And they went ahead to bring it to parliament. At the end of the day, didn't they start taking money? They started taking money. But because your country baby and say we introduced smoke tax. Also, he was shooting himself in the foot. He's stupid. Oh, now they see journalists or Ghana says, Sebio, some of them are stupid. And I blame sometimes some of our journalists. You see, you need to do your research. You need to have your facts. You need to sometimes let the person sitting in front of you know, say, you know something, I am not just dumb sitting here. I have done my homework. I have a team that is making sure they are going to protect me whilst I'm facing you. So you people are supposed to do a little bit of work. Because if you do a little bit of work, because you're paying to radio, so internet TV, so in same way. Because some video reach will be or can it clearly say your MPP are buying the cover smoke tax by near him smoke tax about parliament as I pass here. What did we say? Started say almost started a campaign no or catch almost say me na because you know cabinet and I'm G2 but to see I'm president dinti motuma media me ye free interfere on one kasa free parliament now. When I would buy and I won't know be here. Are you not the person who introduced that? TNA.
Okay, if I say Mr. Busau, Ghana ni ben obetima pay and sa kase. wetua to bi a yɛfrɛ the emissions levy saa to no kenofurata wan charge Ghana ni bia
but when you say bia different sector bia emission levy no is it on fuel
just bibia saying no tell bia ni ho ya charge Ghana ni bia yɛfrɛ the emissions levy
really
aban edemra Ekow parliament sɛ ɔpɛsɛ ɔgye to bi a yɛfrɛ no emissions levy pacho wotie bi
metie pa
and now Bekaya, Vice President Bawumia, starting the rounds on Oka say, or no emissions levy no. Say a buying cost so edge. Now obey your man penina, obey ye free. I need not any here. And a finance minister castle, so I did now or dear Ekow in the ground, Onyan Jibu, T free or basin there. Ghana ni bien hua, obey to my pajan and Sakos Rakase, Metia to beer, your friend emissions levy. Into toa in your. How do you even make this statement? How do you even make such a statement on TV and a journalist sits there to watch you? How? And we make these fools get away with everything. The emission levy was buried in the VAT. It was in there, we saw it. They brought it to Parliament. They were in cabinet. They had the meeting. They concluded and said, move it to Parliament. When it came, why are you sitting here making it look like you never introduced e-levy? You never introduced betting tax. You never introduced emission tax. You never so at this point, you people did not introduce anything. This is the fool who was advising Bawumia. Bawumia ko jani pam no ojimia owi was why are there daddy. Wait. Enkwasi asema yetena ho for 8 years. Daddy mbo ben no. Akwa Gideon Boako ono na eden. Ono na advice ba Omia. Look at this. I'm in trouble there. Me catch am say mo megu mu party no. Yeah. The Ghana Revenue Authority GRA announces for the information of the general public the coming into force of amendments to the following tax laws and the introduction of the Emission Levy Act 2023, Act 1112. See,
implementation of new tax laws and amendments. This was in 2023. A Ghana Revenue Authority for notice on the Babon today. MPP for Kwasiafo. Wabetena TV so you will space. But charge you introduced it. The Ghana Revenue Authority actually took decisions. They added it to the VAT. It will read the document now from GRA. This is 2023. Implementation of new tax laws and amendments. And what did they write? The Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, announces for the information of the general public the coming into force of amendments to the following tax laws and the introduction of the Emissions Levy Act 2023, Act 1112, Customs Amendment Act 2023, Value Added Tax Amendment Act 2023, and then Excise Duty. This is there. It is there. These are the facts. So how can you sit on TV and say you never introduced anything like emission tax and I say smoke tax? As a nation, 2025, you are still doing jokes, you are still doing stupid, foolish base politics. Now, Mujin said Ghana knew answer no. So on your precord on your bois, do you think an intelligent Ghanaian will take NPP serious? Makacha Ghana for say the NPP was built out of lies. A jandam near the Chichire party. There's no way NPP can thrive on truth. And you da. Anytime Makacha say 42 to 46 years, they have to be in opposition. The agenda 42 years no. I was saying you know supporting near making sure say we have buried this party and nullified it. Maka and I have promised NPP for you. And I have promised Menshia, me promise you for Nana Pia Medo that me go MPP. Yes. Because MPP ne go ni masi. E go tu for ni masi. E go Menshia ni masi. Chancha hini ka tell me show bo otu for me go party no